Hello, this is Lowell. Welcome to a basic tutorial about not only bonus stats, but how to read the stats on your crab in the marketplace or the one you're thinking of buying. And I'll share a few more tips too. Once again, if you like these, hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. That helps the YouTube algorithm. Join the free Discord. All sorts of alpha there. Great benefits, great community. As usual, I have the CrabMatch software, mentorship, crab bot, mining bot, and shortly the done-for-you loot service. So let's get into it. The bonus stat is based off of the D line. D line means dominant. So in a minute I'll show you it has 3 lines of stats. Your far left is your D. That's your dominant. That what determines what you see on the screen. The head, the pincer, all that. The middle line is called your R1, recessive 1 genes. Far right is R2. This is determined upon the far left, just those 6. Okay, this is not determined upon whether you have 18 of 18 or 7 of 18. It's all about the far left side. I'll show you an example in a minute. And it's about the class. This has nothing to do with the breed or breed number. Okay, so if Crabada has parts from the same class as itself, the bonus stats will be added according to the number of parts from 1 to 6. So if you have one of them, you're going to get a 2% bonus there on the stats. You know, kind of like how that factional advantage gives you the bonus over the other one. Well, this would just be a bonus across the board. If you had 6, you'd get 15. Okay. What I don't know, and it doesn't clarify here, is whether this would be stats across all your boards. All the board, your hit point, your speed, your armor. Would all of them be increased by 15, or just the one that it's lined up upon? Okay. We don't know that answer, but either way, it's a great bonus. So let's say for a moment here, you just wanted to get a couple more primes, all right, and you were just doing it to increase your mining capacity, and of course you could do it for craboids or bulks if you're going to be a looter, and so you're not necessarily buying them to breach. You're not buying the virgins, so you can just move it from 2 to there, take off the purity level. Never put it at 0, by the way. If you're going to scan the market, scan from 1 to 5 if you're going to do something like this. But I gotta do this for the sake of teaching, because most of us just do purebred breeding. But at some point it will be spec breeding, and this video will be even more valuable then. So maybe rewatch this in May. So here's what you see. It shows the color code. It's got 8 out of 18, but you don't just look at that number. Okay, I mean, yes, that number is important. These traits will help. It's a higher chance to keep it a strong one. But for the sake of what you're seeing on the screen, it's literally these 6 right here. And for the sake of the bonus I just talked about, it's only 3. 1, 2, 3. It's color coded for you. So by the way, that's always the pincer on the top, which is what determines your special. It's right there. That's the legs, which is the speed. It's kind of easy to remember because how they run. This is the back right here, which is armor. Which is important to have your armor. The mouth here, which doesn't have it's the critical stat, excuse me. The eyes, which doesn't have a stat, but that's a bonus attack, or it's called additional attack. I think the exact words was additional normal attack effect. So we'll see how that works. My guess may be that the eyes may be one of the lower things out of all of it. With Axie, for a long time, like a year, the eyes and ears had very little effect on the game. A little bit, but not a lot. So it's usually out of all 6 of these, I wouldn't be surprised if the eyes were kind of a lower one. The pincer is the most important, no doubt about it. And then the skull, which would be your I'm drawing a blank here. Head is hit points. So just think getting hit in the head and dying. Hit points. So anyways, you can read the white paper. It has all these. So you have 3. Okay, 3. Now, if you're looking at the next one over, which is only 200 TUS more, and you're going to buy this anyway, and you're going to think in the future, 2 birds with 1 stone, you're buying it right now for mining, but you're thinking of battles in May, well, look what you got here. Only 2. So the other one's cheaper, and it has 3, and this one only has 2. Okay? So the other thing you would weigh out is whether you think this Ethereum pincer is better than the last pincer that we just saw. Okay, so you'd have to weigh that out. Now, as far as this breed type, we don't know that. We know. My guess is that higher to 18 is the better, no doubt about it. But they haven't clarified or told us about